Hello, gorgeous. Happy Monday. Welcome to the bonus episode. We're deep diving. Is that you making your presence known?
For the bony.
I love that you just did that because I had a picture of a little tiny creature who made a similar noise when we went to Hearst Castle. A gopher, which I was like, they're so cute. And Kristen, who is like very into like, she makes floral arrangements in Utah. She has a floral company.
Yeah.
Kristen's Flowers, I believe it is, on Instagram. She's actually planning a baby shower that I'm having at the house. But she was like, they will up your yard. And I'm like, oh, but they're so cute in the wild.
Hole after hole.
Yeah. So thank you for giving that little,
Thank you.
Hey, hi, how are ya? We're doing an AMA today, which I'm super excited about because there's really amazing questions.
Oh no.
I know. Let's just deep dive into it now. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? Easton, do you know?
Oh my gosh.
Anywhere in the world.
I don't know. Bali is pretty. I don't know.
I know. It would be hard because I haven't
traveled
enough to know.
Yeah, and like if you're going like, do I need to like the people? Or is it just like, I live there, everything's great?
Right.
You know?
I think it would be really, really hard. This is what I'm going to say. So if you were to look at my passport right now, it is so mortifying. I think I've left the country once. And then we went into a custody battle where it was like, you can't travel unless the other person, consented to it. And then leaving the country is just a whole different ballgame that I could not even deep dive into. Like Ocean doesn't even have a passport right now, but now she'll finally be getting one. I would say home base, I would always want to be in Los Angeles. Okay. I really love it here. I get excited to come home. I love this house. And I actually like the hubbub that surrounds it. I do too. I like having neighbors. I like being close to a freeway. I just like hearing noise. I don't know that I would want to be secluded. If you were saying like, yes, you'll still have neighbors in eye and earshot, but a little bit more property, that would make me happy. But then I would like to have homes kind of everywhere. Like I'd love to have like a chateau in Paris.
Yeah.
Or on the outskirts.
Like a travel, like being somewhere for like a couple of months and then go somewhere else.
Yeah. Like give me a yacht that I can just yacht around and be wherever.
I think that's my favorite thing is yachting. I love yachting around.
I love yachting around too. Who doesn't?
Yachting in Monaco. Oh, that's my dream.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I could get down with that. What all tattoos do you have now? Well, you can't even say what tattoos you have because they're all just a piece.
Yeah, I got pieces.
Ginormous. The first tattoo I ever got was Lily on the back of my, it's not like an ankle, but above
above your Achilles.
Right.
Yeah.
On my right leg. And it is so, it used to be pretty. But you guys, if I can give you any advice, if you're going and getting a tattoo, there's this new thing that they do where they put like this plastic over it, but it sticks to the tattoo.
Don't do it.
Do not do it. Every time I have done that, my tattoos have bled. Like they get thick after that.
Your ink runs.
Your ink runs. Like I would highly recommend just telling them to put like the ointment they put on and then just use
I have a couple
saran
tattoos.
wrap.
Yeah. I have a couple tattoos and I always go back to the first time I ever got a tattoo, which were like on my collarbones.
Yeah.
And tattooed, done. I use A&D ointment. Use whatever you want, but I use A&D and then I cut a small piece of saran wrap,
and
stick
put it on,
and then tape around it.
Yeah, do not have them stick that.
No, and when they're like, and it lasts for like 24 hours or 48,
don't
or
do
when
it.
they're like, it lasts for a week. Just say, can we not do that? It makes your ink bleed.
Well, look at my dad tattoo.
Yeah,
it makes it thick.
Yeah.
So I've got the Lily tattoo. I've got the lion that was a cover up of my ex's initials. I've got a white ink tattoo that says "Give them Lala." I have brand new, which was also not a cover up, but a rebrand of my ex. Don't get your ex's name. I've got mom in her handwriting. I've got dad in a heart on the back. I've got an orca on my side. I've got heathen on the back of my other arm.
Else? What's your most recent?
The O. I haven't gotten a tattoo since the O, which was like 2 years ago. I've got a wave for her as well. I think that's all. Oh, I've got a heart around a lady part of mine. I think
Yuck.
I've got 13 tattoos total.
Okay.
And I honestly, you know how people say when you get a tattoo, you become addicted? I do believe that's true. The last tattoo I'm going to get is Sosa's name. And then I think I'll be done. I don't think I want any more.
Yeah. Teach their own. I want to be covered.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've gone far. Mine are just little tattoos, but I also don't want it to look like I have little sticker tattoos.
Yeah,
It's
like sticker
very,
tattoos.
very
Yeah, I
fine
think
line.
they call it American traditional, but looks
That's
like
what
stick. I think it's American traditional, which is like this
like kind of like the Miley
sticker.
Cyrus.
Yeah, like it's a piece, and then like next to it are like little stars, and then there's another piece. Like there's no shading.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
Not that I have anything against the Miley Cyrus look or
not
the
my tattoo choice. I love it on certain people. Like
Yeah.
there's like barbers. I don't know what it is about barbers, like with the shave side, with the long hair, with your like Ray-Bans, with like the Dickies jeans.
Totally.
And, you know, that.
It's like very West Coast.
Yes. And then they have that tattoo, you know, with the tighter shirt, with like the Vans on, almost
Yeah.
like a Paul Walker.
Oh, hot.
Yeah, like the first Fast and Furious, like that. When those dudes have it, I'm like, that guy fucks.
Slaps.
He fucks.
Yeah. But I don't want that for myself.
No,
and it
I
is a
need
fine.
shading. Like it's not for me.
I heard Sheena talking about how she's working on her sleeve right now.
Get them.
Pretty hot, right?
Yeah, I'm nervous about my upper arm.
Just go to that place
I'm
that
going
puts
to
you
Chich.
under.
No, I'm going to Chich.
Oh, yeah. Chich back in Utah.
Yeah.
It is exhausting being a single mom of 2 girls. I am tired all the time, but it is the best kind of tired, and I wouldn't change it for 1 second. So here's one way I deal now. I give my poor feet a little love, self-care, and a lot of style, obviously, with Gdefy sneakers. Gdefy sent me a pair to try. I am not sure I've taken them off since I got them. They are so comfortable and so supportive. This has to be what it feels like to walk on clouds. Gdefy's patented Verso Shock technology helps absorb shock and reduce stress on joints. They're perfect for chasing around kids, perfect for running errands, perfect for working out, perfect for laying in bed watching Housewives. Don't judge. You won't take them off either, I promise. It's style and comfort in one shoe, and there's a pair for everyone. So if you're wanting to treat your feet and yourself to a little something to help deal with occasional foot pain and back pain, or maybe you just want to up your sneaker game, Gdefy is where it's at. And I'm going to hook you up with a deal too. Text Lala to 91888 for 30% off orders over $120. Or go to gdefy.com and use code LALA for 30% off orders over $120. That's gdefy.com and use code LALA or text Lala to 91888. You'll thank me later. Message and data rates may apply. Give Them Lala is sponsored by BetterHelp. Traditional in-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. Seriously, it is the best investment you will ever make. With BetterHelp, you pay a flat fee for weekly sessions, saving you big on costs and on time. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With online therapy, you can get quality care at a price that makes sense and can help you with anything from anxiety to everyday stress. Your mental health is worth it, and now it's within reach. Therapy from BetterHelp is helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. It's convenient too. You can join a session with the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, switch therapists at any time. Your well-being is worth it. Visit betterhelp.com/GTL to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/GTL.
What is your favorite thing to do with the girls/kids? Oh, that's so hard because I have so much fun doing so many things with them. But I prefer more of an excursion. Like, I wish I were the mom that could sit up in the playroom and play like hours of Barbies. And
Well,
then
you do that, but it's not.
I don't, and I'm not going to pretend like I do. Gigi does that all the time.
Speaking
Gigi's
of,
great.
She was just there.
Hi. Gigi's great at like playing school with Ocean or playing hairdresser. Like, I just am not good at that. But I love doing an outing. I'm like, oh my gosh, let's go and mini golf. Let's go and do this with this group of friends.
Yeah.
You know, let's go on an excursion to Hearst Castle and show. We didn't even talk about how Ocean saw sea elephants on the last episode.
We were too far. That's for next.
That was amazing.
No,
for Ocean, Ocean is now putting 2 and 2 together of like, I was named after the ocean. So on the way to see the sea elephants, I told her like, do you know why mommy named you Ocean? And she said, why, mom? I said, because the ocean is very powerful, Ocean, just like you. And she goes, I love that.
She's getting a little character and she's something else.
She's so cute. But you guys, when we went up north, the beach was filled with these hefty women.
Seals.
Seals.
Get that out of the way.
No, seals.
Just some hefty women on the beach.
Absolutely gorgeous. But let me tell you what's crazy. In December, so it was so peaceful.
Peaceful
Peaceful on the
Flipping
beach.
sand on their backs.
You want to know why?
To keep
I
them
looked it
cool.
up. No, well, yes, the sand on the backs. It becomes very unpeaceful in like December because the male elephant seals make their way to the beach
mate.
and want to establish dominance, and they go crazy on one another. Blood everywhere. But now they've all left, and now it's just the women and children on the beach, and it is a lovely, peaceful place.
No, I could have gone down there and laid down and they wouldn't even have cared.
I would have never. Oh, that was another thing we taught Ocean, though. She was like, I want to go down and pet them. And I said,
No.
We absolutely don't do that. We absolutely let them be in peace. Would you want them coming up here and petting you? And she goes,
Yeah.
That would be so scary. I said, I know. Imagine us going down there and petting them.
Frightening.
Then it will become very unpeaceful. That is for sure. Are you dating?
Me or you?
Well, we can both answer no.
No.
I'm not dating.
Neither am I.
And you know, I've spoken about this before. I'm open to the idea of dating. And then when it really comes down to it, and I spoke to Lisa Vanderpump about this, and she said, you know, Lala, they're not going to remember, and you have to live for you. Mm-hmm. And I thought about it, and I'm like, but I am living for me. I don't want to take time away from my kids to go on a date with someone right now.
Yeah.
And maybe that will change.
But for now, it is not.
No.
And you're great.
But I think even my mind saying, yeah, I'm open to it I've come a long way. Because there was
that door was very shut.
It was very, very shut. I was like, I'm a lone wolf. I'm just a mama bear, me and these kids. I don't need to go out and do all that. And I was talking to my mom friends, the play date that I had, and they were like, what are you looking for? You guys, by the end of me telling them what I want, they were like,
you're never finding
we're punting
anything.
you to someone else. There's no freaking way.
Good luck.
I was like, well, these are the physical attributes. And then I need someone who doesn't want children, but they can't be older than this. They also can't want to get married. They also have to be okay if I do want to have another baby, that I'll be getting pregnant with the same donor. And they're like, okay, so you want like an open relationship? No, they have to be in a partnership that is just us two. Okay, but they can't live with you? No, they have to have their own place. But they can stay over sometimes.
No.
Would you clear a drawer? No, I'd prefer they just bring a bag. Wow, okay. Good luck with that.
So no, you don't have a guy.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, you're done.
This person wants to know if they can be my next baby daddy. I think I just answered that.
No.
Will you write another book? That question comes up a lot. And I think the other day you and I were talking about this, and I was like, maybe I just write a book and I publish it on my own. But I still would have to go through the legal process, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You can't just publish whatever you want, even if it's your experience. I mean,
no, but you've already got like a book out, so it would be easier. You kind of already have a pathway laid, so it would be a little easier. But I think you should write a book, and now that everything's kind of set in stone, tell everything.
Is it set in stone?
I don't know if anything will ever be set in stone, but I feel like it's set in stone enough where you could talk.
I don't want to write a book until I can tell the whole story. And there's so many screenshots that I want to post.
That you can't yet.
And like the text messages
like if you're
alone in my...
Yeah, like if you're going to write a book you're not going to just write it to keep people like you're going to do it to do it right.
Yeah, and I think once the story is complete, I think it'll be a hefty book. I would want a few people to participate because I think that it would be not only my story, but also educational.
Yeah.
And I believe that that day will come. Like there will be a day when people know the full story
100%.
of where I left off from the Give Them Lala book
To where
we are now.
Yes.
Give Them Lala is sponsored by Chime. We are all trying to make and save a buck these days. And saving is the hardest part given how expensive everything has become. Have you seen the prices of eggs? And then there's figuring out how to build your credit without racking up the credit card debt that usually comes with it. Well, there is a better way. You can build credit with money you set aside and avoid interest and expensive debt with Chime's Credit Builder Card for those who qualify. It's a secured credit card with no credit check or minimum deposit required. So you can start building credit with things you buy all the time, like groceries, gas, and then make regular on-time payments, all with no annual fees, interest, or credit check for those who qualify at chime.com/lala. And you know how important having good credit is. My grandfather always used to say, your credit is your name. I mean, you've heard me talk about running background checks on any potential guys in my life. Bad credit is a big red flag for me and a definite no thank you when it comes to dating. More importantly, better credit can give you access to lower rates on loans for stuff like homes and new cars. You can use the Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card wherever Visa cards are accepted. So turn your everyday purchases and on-time payments into steps towards your financial goals with Chime's secured Credit Builder Visa credit card. Get started today at chime.com/lala. That's chime.com/lala. Chime. Feels like progress. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Spot Me eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Chime checking account required to apply. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal and OTC advance fees may apply. Timing depends on submission of payment file. Late payment may negatively impact your credit score. Results may vary. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosures for details.
How do you find strength to chase your goals when your whole world is falling apart? Oh my God.
Hope.
I think that that's a really tough one because I think when your world is falling apart, everything takes a back seat to just surviving the day. And I think that that's
why I
okay.
said hope. Sometimes you just gotta hope. I get through on hope. Maybe stupid, maybe something.
I don't think that's stupid at all.
But there's a lot of times where I'm like, you know what? I'm beaten. I don't feel like it. I'm banking on hope today. I hope I can get through.
I love this because I think I live on hope and a prayer most days. But there's a follow-up. She said, especially when you've got a kiddo looking up to you saying she wants to be like you one day. I think, Chelsea, my love, you're doing it.
I think you're doing very well.
You're doing it.
Yeah, I think you're being too hard on yourself. With her just saying she wants to be like you, that should let you know that you're doing everything just fine.
Yeah, I think when you look around and your world is falling apart, like you don't have the energy to be thinking about your goals. And I talked about this last episode, maybe 2 episodes ago, that I had a conversation with Erica Jane where we were both talking about when your world falls apart, it's just enough to survive. And at one point, we both thought, I don't care if I'm living in a box. I just want inner peace. And when everything kind of changed in my life, my entire world was just about getting out of that bed and making sure that my kid was taken care of. There were no goals.
No.
And then you start realizing like, wow, I have a strength I didn't know I possessed. That actually does look nice. I'm going to chase that goal. And then the goals become bigger and greater and grander, and you start accomplishing them. So I think, like you said, Easton, living on hope, saying this will not last forever. Like I know your world is falling apart, but we always talk about this too shall pass. The best part about hitting rock bottom is there's nowhere to go but up. And at the end of it, you're going to look back and go, wow, had my world not fallen apart like that, I wouldn't have the strength that I have now where like, I'm not scared of shit.
Yeah. That's the other thing. You build a lot of character in that.
This person said, why is Easton's accent so fire? Us Aussie gals can't get enough. That is really cute.
What's so great is I love a good Aussie accent too.
Well, hello. Let's look at her. I'll take a screenshot.
Any Aussies come at me.
God.
I love
and your pink moon is saying in your zodiac sign that you're going to make international connections.
Yeah. Hopefully a little Aussie lady.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Hey, girl. We're moving you into the Val,
to
babe.
the compound.
Yeah, right? Bedtime routine tips for my 5.5-month-old. Oh, the best thing I would say, 5.5 months. I don't know how your baby's skin is. My baby's skin cannot handle a bath every night. She gets so dry. She becomes extremely chapped. Cheeks are like all stretched. And it doesn't even matter that I'm moisturizing her every night. Like the water in LA is just rough.
Yeah.
I would say the best thing to do for your 5-month-old.
Baby lotion?
A good baby lotion. I love the lavender baby lotion by Tubby Todd. And I do that whole thing where we massage the feet. I also love doTERRA oils. There's a doTERRA On Guard that I put on the bottom of the feet, and then doTERRA Breathe that I put on the chest and the back. And then there's always the same book that I read at night. I switch off between 3, where she knows it's time to go to bed. And then, my love, you need to get Baby Merlin's Magic Sleep Suit. You can get them on Amazon. And that is like game changer for Sosa.
From the stress of life's changes to busy schedules, postpartum, or menopause, your hair goes with you through it all. And hair thinning and shedding affects more than just our hair. In fact, 2 in 3 women say that the way their hair looks can completely change how they feel about themselves. And I know what a good hair day does for my own mood and confidence. With Nutrafol's award-winning line of hair growth supplements, you can feel confident in your hair and focus on what matters most to you. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand. It's trusted by over 1.5 million people. And that's why this Mother's Day, Nutrafol makes the perfect gift. There is something for every mama on your list. The postpartum formula is great for women in the first year after giving birth. That's the one I take right now. I switched to that after having Sosa. I also took it after I had Ocean. And I think you can see the results just by looking at my Instagram or even watching episodes of this pod on YouTube. My hair is looking and feeling thicker and stronger and fuller. And it's never been longer on its own, which I love. No extensions needed. That's the best part. There's also the Women's Balance formula for all of you beautiful ladies 45 and up who might be experiencing premenopause or menopause. And of course, the women's formulas are great for everyone who's in between life stages. This Mother's Day, consider Nutrafol, the best-selling hair growth supplement. Whether you're gifting to yourself or a loved one, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off any order. Enjoy free shipping when you subscribe. Go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code LALAGIFT. That's Nutrafol, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code LALAGIFT. Nutrafol.com, promo code LALAGIFT.
All right, I'm going to leave it on this one because I love that this person's talking about my hair.
It looks so great today.
Hair is looking heart eyes. What is your routine? How many times a week do you wash / heat?
Well, let me tell you.
I'm disgusting. Like, I'm lucky to be getting in a wash a week because I just am trying to get rid of the dead, right? And then Sosa ripping on it is not helping the split ends. I post about Nutrafol, and there's always a code. You guys, I actually take it. I'm not just posting that because there's a code and whatever you guys think about SpawnCon. Like, I'm actually taking Nutrafol, and it is helping my hair tremendously. And they have them for so many, like postpartum, women's. If you're vegan, they have a capsule for that. I would also say I let my hair air dry most of the time, but I don't have any curls. So depending on that as well.
Yeah.
Also, let the natural hair rock.
Let your hair.
Let your hair. That is what I say. You've got
Yeah.
the best hair.
Can you
I
tell?
think Sosa has your hair, like the thick, coarse strands.
I know. I was going to do a poll and say dreadlocks or curls and just see the landslide of that. Maybe I'll do it today.
The thing is, though, you're not going to listen to the poll.
No, I'm not. I just want to see the poll for
They're all going to say curly. They're all going to say curly.
Well.
So has your hair, thank God. And Mom's. And Ocean has mine. Thin, fine strands. It can get a little mullety, but it's fine. It's all good.
Mull it around.
You guys, thank you for writing in to the Give Them Lala pod page with your questions. I love when we all participate and have fun convos. Thank you for listening to another bonus episode. Next week's bonus, I'm super hyped about because we're going to be talking Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, part 2. And also...
The Sweet Celebrity.
The Sweet Celebrity is coming to a close. Our brackets, you guys have been voting, which I appreciate. The link is in the bio on the podcast page. We're going to be breaking down the winner of the Final Four and also the overall winner. Who's taking it home? What is your projection? I'm thinking Erica Jane.
I'm thinking Erica Jane, or I was going to say Kyle.
You're going to say Kyle. I think at the very end of this, it's going to be a face-off between Kyle and Erica Jane. BH is taking...
the cake.
Yeah. And it'll be a face-off of Friends. So you're okay. What are you going to give me if I win? I think EJ's taking it. You think Kyle's taking it. You're buying me dinner.
Deal.
All right. I love it. Thank you guys. And we'll catch you on next week's bonus. And then you know the drill. We'll see you Wednesday. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Did I get all 3? I'm getting really good at that.